Hey everybody, what's up? I'm back with another tank update. Nothing really cool going on the YouTube front that I can report. Where's the lid for this thing? There it is. So, this here, I'll just show you. Making water. Making lots of water, because I finished my plumbing over the weekend in the tank with some help from my dad. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this down here, but there's an RO unit here of mine that I installed that purifies water down to super high quality things and stuff. And it takes, oh my god, that's 40 pounds. Takes the water from the city, which is like 130 parts per million of dissolved solids, and it reduces it down to like 5 to 10, which is awesome for a saltwater reef. 0 would be better, but at 5 to 10, it's drinkable. If I were to go down to 0, I'd have to get RO-DI water, which is deionized, and wouldn't be totally thrilled. Oh my god, am I scaring you, Shia? Shia, say hi to the camera. Trying to sleep. She's trying to sleep right in front of the basement door. It's like the best cool air spot she can find. But so I could go with RO-DI water, but the extra filter obviously costs money. And the water is then not drinkable because deionized water is bad for your body. Because if you have deionized water, your body's all like, hey, where are the ions? And then it like does some crazy weird stuff that you don't want to happen. So, oh my god. Oh, carrying a 40-gallon or 40-pound 5-gallon jug of water down all those flights of stairs while carrying a camera is tiresome. Anyways, here's the tank. It looks very much the same. I warmed up the lights today because I was like, if I warm up the lights, it won't look so stupid. But we did the plumbing over the weekend, my dad and I. I did most of the work. He showed up to help me glue and piece everything together. So let's take a peek here real quick. So on this side, down here, we've got the Sump Container, which is going to have a refugium in the middle section. If you don't know what that is, I will explain it in a future episode probably. I didn't drill this. This came pre-drilled, but I chose to plumb it Herbie style, which basically makes it quieter and has a higher flow-through rate of the water going through the tank. It's a whole nother debate I could get into whether or not you want high flow through or whether or not you want to do a Herbie at all or any of that business. But anyways, ow, my knee. Oh god. Oh, that's gonna be a cut. Oh god. Solid oak is painful. So this little gate valve will control the speed of the Herbie drain. Right here is an emergency valve. So if for some god-awful reason something gets clogged and the tank is starting to overflow, this emergency will kick in and drain the tank. The way this is balanced, the Herbie will be balanced, will be darn near equivalent to the flow from the pump coming into the tank. So if it gets to this emergency shutoff, there's actually 2 of them, it'll ensure that my whole house isn't full of water. So that's where the water will come in, and it'll flow through the refugium and then to the return pump here. Here's the return pump plumbed in. Oop, smacking the camera, making good noises for you guys. This is a Blue Line HD 100. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before. The flow rate for this is about 1900 gallons per hour. Given the number of elbows and T's and bends it's all going through, it's going to reduce it to about 1533 an hour, I believe. The calculator online I checked. But I've also got here another ball valve. I put ball valves on my emergency drains, which some people will tell you that's an absolute no-no. Do not put valves on your emergency drains. I didn't put them on there because I intend to use them, as funny as that sounds. I put them on there primarily so if I was doing some sort of maintenance on the tank, I could shut them off. If I needed it to where it wouldn't drain, I could shut them off. So it's really just a safety feature, and I will likely never use those. But one thing I will use here, I put a whole bunch of unions everywhere in the tank. If you'll notice on the plumbing all over the place, there's union everywhere. So if something breaks, I can replace it by removing it with the unions. I put also a ball valve here on the pump flow out. So if I need to, I can change how much flows out of here. If for some reason all my math is wrong and my pump is flowing way too much for my drains to handle, and I don't want the emergency drains to kick in, boom, right here, I can just throttle it down a little bit. Over here is another gate valve for the other Herbie style drain. So there's some water in here if you noticed, and you'd be like, why is there water in there? I had to prime this pump. So yeah, then still some, I don't know if you guys can hear that, that's really annoying. That's the dehumidifier, which will run forever non-stop down here now that I have this tank. But last but not least, here's the returns. I had to go over the back with them. I don't know if you can see all that. Plumbed them from behind. I put unions on these, so if they break or I want to change them, I can easily remove them. And then, see if I can do this without breaking anything. Nope. Down here in the tank, oh, you can't see, but there's little tiny holes drilled right about there in the return, which will make it so that the return, when it's draining, will get, the siphon will be broken if there's a power outage, and the whole tank won't empty down below, because that would be terrible. So next up on the agenda, you saw me carrying all the water. So the next thing on the agenda is to fill this bad mofo, but it's going to be a long process. The RODI unit upstairs makes 50 gallons per day, and I am not actively emptying the water in it for 6 hours of the day. So math, things and stuff, maybe 20 to 30 gallons a day I can realistically suck out of that machine during a normal day. And as you can see here, this is this week's haul so far. A completely full 30-gallon bucket, which I'm going to use for everything. Oh my god, look at all that water. And I'm going to start putting some water into the display tank tonight. This is a really good view. You guys really wanted to look at this wall. I know you did. But so tonight I'm going to start pouring the water from there into the tank and see where I can get from there. If I'm lucky, my live rock will be coming in around Sunday. That'll allow me to put the live rock in, aquascape the tank, put in the sand. In the meantime, if I can get up to really close to the 200-gallon mark, I can start putting some salt in there. I would prefer to mix all the salt in that bucket with the water and then pour it in the display tank, but I really am excited to test the pump. I haven't even turned it on yet because there isn't enough water to not burn it out if I turned it on. So I'm going to fill up some more water into the display tank to check some stuff out before I mess with it. Yeah, so that's the update for this week so far. This is like super exciting stuff. This is a lot of information for me, let alone you guys who are unfamiliar with aquariums. So if you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them best I can. I'm fairly new to the aquarium thing. This is, I've had a 29-gallon saltwater for about 3 months, but when I do something, I go like all in. So the amount of research I did before putting this tank together is just ridiculous. That's just how I roll. So if you have any questions, let me know. And if you have any suggestions, if you're just some random person stopping by checking out my build and you're like, hey, you should do this, tell me. Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more videos like this because this build is going to be a long one. And I'll be back with some more interesting tube news and aquarium updates as they happen. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and may you always have peace and love. Yeah, I gotta spin, so it's like an effect, like, ooh, I'm leaving and I'm spinning, but really, I just wanted to make the aquarium be behind me. Bye.